everything gon' hand that new suit, yeah, big boss. I'm knowing I ain't here, not a young thing. Double back twice in a row, 3-3. Planes all in my home, first street. Tell it out when I make a song. Let my brother think.
Be without fear in the face of your enemies. Be right, that God may love thee. Speak the truth, even if it leads to your death. Safeguard the helpless and do no wrong. This is your oath.
Yeah. Yeah. So how's it feel? Can you feel it? Polo pajamas, I think I made it. I showed my mom my first million, she near fainted. The rich and famous, so nice to make your acquaintance. The legends put out their latest, I feel that it sound outdated. I'm the hardest working person in the universe. Temptation victim to the internet rappers ain't when no computers work. You spent your whole advance on 2 chains in the Gucci verse. A Gucci verse? I'm the greatest, admitted I'm the greatest. And I don't hold a grudge against anybody who hate it. I'm underrated, don't fit on nobody's playlist. If I ain't in your top.
This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. So for the Lakers, their last game a loss to the Indiana Pacers. And they lost it by a single point, just one more possession. Or one less bad shot away from a different result. Those really sting.
And, you know, you have to feel terrible about how that thing turned out. I mean, the game was really going about as expected until they just gave up that huge surge there late in the game, totally lost momentum, and ended up losing that one.
6 to shoot. Schroeder goes back up. And the rejection by Zubats. James looking it over. From deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
And they know they're the better team and out to prove as much tonight. They split the season series a year ago, but they want to change that up now.
And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you. Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit to battle through and maintain his greatness. Tells you something about his competitive will. Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Paul George. And that one's good, George.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
The 3 from LeBron. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss. The way they're knocking these shots down, boy, everything's pure.
So the Lakers call timeout, their first. With just about a half season behind us, the rankings are clearer than ever, Greg. Do you feel confident starting to make some playoff predictions?
Oh, Kevin, it's way too early for that. Injuries, other roster shakeups. There's just still so much that can happen and totally reshape those rankings.
Both teams will make substitutions. To the middle. Here's Gabriel. And the rejection by Zubac. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Here's Christie. Schroeder, left side.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Exactly. Nothing easy. They're making them work just to get into their offense. Very disruptive so far.
Lakers trail by 7. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Zubac trying to break loose. Outside for Batum. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 6 on the shot clock. And the foul on Rui Hachimura. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Timeout called the Lakers. One of my favorite eras in NBA history, Clark, the 80s Showtime Lakers.
Man, I played against those guys. Thankfully, it was just twice a year. We were in the Eastern Conference. But those dudes were unbelievable. Magic running the point. Kareem still playing at a high level down low. Worthy finding his stride and finishing the break. They didn't just win titles. Showtime had a flavor that was fun to watch if you weren't being run out of the building by them.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 13-4 run. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac. Lakers ball. Lakers trail by 9. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And the Lakers with another miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
And, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Here's Mann. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Powell for 3. From deep three-point range. And they recover it. Pass to George. Just 5 on the clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA team to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And when he's gotten himself to the line this season, he's come through right around 74% of the time.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, hopefully it's not from lack of effort on his part. But his free throw shooting, compared to what he did last year, has been terrible.
And the Lakers call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And the Clippers making a change here. 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Bryant. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. Over to the left wing. Outside Leonard. And the jumper falls for him.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers.
Your Lakers, 6. The Clippers, 19.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Clippers.
Here comes
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank Craig dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? Man, they could knock down the triple. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
He is a strong finisher with momentum behind him. You won't see Leonard lose his touch or balance on his drive.
Superb timing by LeBron on that alley-oop.
Morris outside. And Morris throws it down.
Morris Sr.
You know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
From deep, LeBron drains it from beyond the arc. James has got 5 points now this quarter.
You can't give LeBron space from deep. I mean, you're asking for him to rain in threes if you do.
Drills the three-pointer.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The Lakers are, of course, one of the league's storied franchises. Magic Johnson was asked recently if they have the best all-time collection of players. He says it's not even close. Outside of Bill, we have all the dominant closers. Kobe, Jerry, LeBron now, Worthy. Come on now, it's just too many Lakers. Kevin, back to you.
Well, he's got a point, David. And we thank you for your report. Davis with the bucket.
Boy, AD's showing you how strong and willing to work he is, because that was a difficult bucket there.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Jackson. Here's Covington. It's not going to go for him. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. Here's Jackson. They get it again. Outside Leonard. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. Even then, it's just not a good play.
For the Clippers organization, GA, What do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin. Get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there, and I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Here's Toscano, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Clippers leading by 13. Here's Jackson, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And they get it back. Christie can't make it. The shot by George, wide open. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
From deep. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And, you know, the long-range shooting of PG is admirable. I mean, he's a dead-eye launcher from deep. And he's developed that part of his game over the years.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't.